Good morning, good evening, and good night, whichever applies. Um, it's Poleshift alert here. We're going to be talking about some pretty wild stuff today. And we're going to start off by talking about the fact that there were massively huge civilizations on Earth before. There have been many wars on Earth before. And I just recently found out from a another source that there were 3 spaceports on Earth. One was Gobekli Tepe, one was Nazca, and one was in Japan. Now, these spaceports were here because Earth is a way station, was a way station for groups of extraterrestrials that needed a stopover, like on a flight, like a layover, till they went on to their next destination. So, Earth has been around for many millions of years with massive civilizations using this as spaceport and a way station for them to go on to their other destinations. Crazy. According to the people that said that Earth was a way station, this is what Stonehenge used to look like back in the day. Now I want you to see that again. It had a ceiling on it. It was a hall. It was an enclosed area where people could go in there and do things. Now, these are transport portals. Transport portals. All of the Stonehenges that you see around the world, they're all called different names. They are transport portals. Wow. Now here we've got an interesting article talking about how 8 U.S. states seek to outlaw chemtrails even though they say they don't exist. Now, they're using these chemtrails for its main purpose, which is to hide our binary star. So you cannot see it because it casts no light. Cannot be seen by the human eye because it's not even an infrared spectrum that your eyes can see. So it's basically a floating piece of charcoal that's floating through the sky. And if it was dark outside and you were cooking and the charcoal had gone down and it was cooling, yeah, you could grab it. It would still burn your hand, 3rd-degree burn, but you would not be able to see that charcoal 10 feet away. That's basically what this thing is a red and black floating piece of charcoal. Kind of is what it would be a comparison to, because you can't really see it. It's there, you just can't see it. Now, these chemtrails are full of terrible things: barium, aluminum, these metals, tiny particulates, get lodged in your brain. Correct. And they basically are killing you with these things. Gee, that's pretty nice of you. We go to work and pay taxes, work our ass off to help our country, and that's our thank you. Keep that in mind when stuff starts popping off. The elites have done a great job of dividing up America. They're saying this country, these guys up here in this corner of the country, act mean but are nice. These guys act nice and are nice. These guys act mean and are mean, and these guys act nice and are mean. Fairly accurate. Fairly accurate. The people of Seattle, they kind of act rude and mean, but they're nice. Pretty nice people. People of California in that area down there, some of the most wonderful people I've ever met in my life. People full of hope, joy, and love. These people up here, They're the reason the United States is in the boat it is in right now. Because of all of you tough guy New Yorkers who think you're a mobster who couldn't fight your way out of a paper bag. It's the reason our country's a joke. Is because of you clowns up in here. The 13 clowns. The 13 clowninies. Okay? The 13 clowns. Okay? You people down here in the South, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Treating homeless people and such the way you do. Running people off your property with shotguns and the nonsense you do. I understand you want to protect your American pie, but you don't need to protect it from other Americans. Maybe start focusing your attention on things like the border instead of your fellow man. Maybe Americans need to come together instead of stop acting like a bunch of clowns. Rejecting digital ID is what this is all about. All of these paid protesters, all of this nonsense that is going on, this is a paid show. You're watching Star Wars. You're watching NCIS. This is not real life. People that are being paid to protest, to attack, this is clearly a show. If they wanted to stop it, they'd find out who was paying these people and arrest them. But since they haven't done that or arrested anyone for anything, you can pretty much be assured that you're watching a show being put on by people that pretend to be on opposite sides of the aisle, but are on team look out for yourself. They're not on, we're not in this together. These people want this, and they want that. They are breaking us physically, mentally, and financially so they can bring in digital ID, digital currency, and total control over you and everything that you do. And it's really ridiculous that they would even waste their time. Why would billionaires waste their time doing all of this stuff? You're billionaires. Enjoy yourself. Why would you even waste one moment of your time on any of your idiocy that is going to fail? Here's a picture of a boat in the middle of nowhere. Here's a picture of sand. Forget about that. Sand is the bottom of ancient oceans. There couldn't be sand without an ocean being there first. So this boat was left there during the last pole shift, like many other objects, animals, whales, boats, left when the ocean departed and moved to a new location. This was the result. There were Asians found in China desert. You know why? Because they were on a boat and they found a little tiny island after the pole shift. There were more survivors from the previous pole shift. That's why they find boats out in the middle of nowhere in the sand, because that was an ocean when that thing was there. Wow. So that right there is the top of the pyramid. That right there is what it's all about. My assumption is that by about this time next year, 98% of us will have gone the way of the dodo bird. Because of that. In the coming months, you can expect massive cataclysmic activity to continue, intensify in all ways and manners. Earthquakes, volcanoes, floods, fires, tsunamis. It's all coming your way. Stock up and prepare, or don't.